Reigning middleweight champion David Branch has arrived at the Sun Dome, where tonight he puts his WSOF title on the line against veteran Okami. Justin Gaethje, the lightweight champ, faces off with the always dangerous Melvin Guillard. And the #1 strawweight fighter in the world, Jessica Aguilar, squares off with Brazilian Kalindra Fadia at World Series of Fighting 15. It's a loaded card from the Sunshine State. It's a night of champions coming up at World Series of Fighting 15. 3 of the most exciting titleists in the world are on the card, each with something to prove. David Branch, Justin Gaethje, and Jessica Aguilar looking to continue their winning ways. Next. Oh, the straight right! This was beautiful! He was rocked! The power! Oh, goodness! This was hard! And we welcome you to the USF for World Series of Fighting 15. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Florida on a beautiful November evening as we get set for some great mixed martial arts. Hello, everyone. I'm Todd Harris. Glad to have you with us. We were scheduled for 3 title bouts tonight, but the bottom line is one fighter unable to make weight. That was Melvin Guillard in his matchup with Justin Gaethje. We'll have more on that, but we still have 2 great title fights up for grabs, as well as 2 other fights here. One becomes a catchweight bout. As we take a look at the entire card that you'll see tonight here live on NBCSN, here's how it plays down. The main event, it is scheduled for 5 rounds. David Branch has the title. Okami, the veteran, comes looking to take that away. Justin Gaethje now becomes a catchweight bout with Melvin Guillard in 3 rounds. More of that from my partner, Boss Rutten. And, of course, Jessica Aguilar, the #1 strawweight in the world, facing off against Kalindra Fadia, who makes her first visit to the United States, her first fight outside of Brazil. But we'll start things off in the lightweight division. That is where Eric Reynolds will go toe-to-toe with George Patino. Reynolds checking in at 5'11", 155.4. His reach 70 inches. And there you see the rules. A 10-point must system is in effect. It's based on effective striking, grappling aggression, and cage control. No knees or kicks to the head of a grounded opponent. With that, we now send it inside the cage. Jazz Sakuro has the official introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the World Series of Fighting 15. Tonight we are live for the first time ever at the USF Sun Dome in beautiful Tampa, Florida. We would now like to welcome all of our viewers watching live all across the world at NBCSN. Our first fight tonight is brought to you by the Green Beret Foundation. 3 rounds in the World Series of Fighting lightweight division. And now, introducing on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. His record is impressive with 35 victories, 15 losses, and 2 draws. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 154 pounds even, fighting out of Houston, Texas by way of Sao Paulo, Brazil. Introducing George Macaco Patino.
George is good everywhere, but I would use striking to set up takedowns. Once on the ground, ground and pound, and maybe go for submissions.
And now his opponent on my right, fighting out of the red corner. His record, 18 victories, 8 losses. Standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 155 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Tampa, Florida by way of Bradenton, Florida. Presenting Eric, it's a wrap, Reynolds. Your referee for this contest is Andrew Glenn.
Eric Reynolds also good everywhere, but I think his best bet is standing. So short combinations with in and out movement to avoid the takedown, and when it goes to the ground, get the opponent in the guard ASAP.
As you both instructions in the dressing room, you have any questions? No. Follow my instructions at all times. Protect yourselves all times. So tell you stop, stop immediately. You understand? Touch him if you want it. Step back.
Get ready.
And the lovely Emily Miller gets us started here in round #1 in the lightweight division. This one's scheduled for 3.
You ready? You ready? Fight!
So it'll be Reynolds in the black trunks, George Patino in the white trunks. Well, the first thing that jumps out you on this fight, boss, as you look at it, is experience. Nick Newell, Eddie Alvarez, both opponents of Eric Reynolds, but you think of George Patino with a record of 35-15-2. Remember, he fought Pat Miletich for the title at UFC 18.
You know what really got me into Vale Tudo in Brazil? Anything goes is what Vale Tudo means. Was Pele versus Macaco, and that's George Patino. His nickname is Macaco. You gotta YouTube that. Pele versus Macaco, craziest fight. These guys hated each other. They fought twice.
Patino, really a Brazilian pioneer and MMA legend in that part of the world, and his record is impressive. 11 knockouts, 14 submissions, and this guy can finish anywhere.
Nice takedown there, but look at the reversal. Reynolds, don't get crazy here. 8 knockouts, 8 submission victories, only 2 decisions. He's an animal.
Boss, you talk about Reynolds not getting crazy here, and a big flurry coming from both fighters. This is a situation where you don't want to follow the Cobra down in the snake's nest. But it's Reynolds now applying the pressure to Patino.
Reynolds, yeah, this is what he should do right now, but standing, use his reach. He's a crisper striker, use his reach, stay outside the distance, and just start throwing. Short combinations so he doesn't get taken down.
Trying to recognize what Patino's doing at all times could be a challenge.
Patino here, tries to get on top here. And when he's in mount, it's very dangerous. Look at the backdoor escape from Reynolds. How slick was that? Wow. Great movement on the ground. He's got to watch out, Reynolds, though. He keeps his jaw a little bit too high. And his head's too low. That could be dangerous.
Let's not forget Patino, 41 years of age and still in the fight game. And now it is Reynolds on top. And Patino employing the up kicks, trying to get something going here.
He's got to watch out now.
Look at this.
He should go for the inverted heel hook. He's got it right there. There we go. Now he's... Hello. There we go. This could be it. If he really pulls it, good defense here by Reynolds, pulling the hand off. Man, I had such a crazy move from here. I did that one time in Japan, and the guy screamed in pain, and there were like 5 people applaud. They thought it was fake.
This is definitely not fake right now, as Reynolds trying to work himself out of the situation.
Illegal kick there.
Remember, no knees or kick to the face or head of a grounded opponent.
Shoot the corner.
So this will bring the action to a very rare stoppage.
Eric.
Well, knowing Patino, he will continue to fight, trust me.
That's one, man. Don't kick him in the face on the ground, all right? When are you ready?
Now he looks at the referee. He's going to say, "Hey, Mom, what's up?"
Look at it one more time.
Fight's over. Oh, yeah. And you saw by his eyes he was a little dazed there, huh?
We talked about it at the top of the show. No knees or kicks to the head of a grounded opponent, and that would be classified as a key and a kick to the face of a grounded opponent.
That's like a whiplash there. You can sue him afterwards.
So now is at the discretion of Andrew Glenn, our referee, to give Patino as much time as he needs.
Position on the ground, guys. Same position on the ground. Give him the leg.
Nice.
So here we go.
Good refereeing here. Put him back in the same position. He's got that inverted heel hook.
Don't kick him in the face.
This is like a training situation, boss.
He's grabbing the heel right away. That's not cool. He didn't have the heel.
Not that deep. Good dude. Right here.
No. They should make a snapshot. Show it to the ref.
And the clock starts again.
He's really hooking now. Oh man, he should push the toe and pull the heel. That's a very strong move.
What is the effective way of getting out of a heel hook?
It's rolling the same way, but it's very hard because it's an inverted heel hook. Like this heel hook he's going to do now, he can roll out. He can stomp simply out and roll out now. For him to the left. See, they're pulling it out. Corkscrew yourself out, I always say.
That's exactly what Eric Reynolds is able to do. Now he finds himself in a dominant position as this round 1 continues to roll on. Under 90 seconds to go. This one's scheduled for 3.
Patino locked his leg up there, as you can see. Really nice job. He might try to push him to... Oh, nice. That way. I thought he was going to throw him to the other way because there's no base there. Yeah, I mean, Reynolds could have simply posted an arm out, I think. Could have stopped that. Looking for a Kimura. Don't let that right arm hanging out now. Because then we'll look for a Kimura. So in a figure 4 Kimura. It's the other way around. Hammerlock, figure 4. There's another name for it. Still a hammerlock or a figure 4. It's a simple buck up. And you might escape. Oh, locking the arm up here.
Wow, now Reynolds is in some serious trouble.
Yeah, and especially when he lays on his chest. Because on top, when he lays on top, on the chest, there's not a lot of movement. Yeah. See, even when he bucks up, he needs to lay higher on his chest even, because now he can still move. Now he's escaped.
Fishes his way out.
It's because Patino was laying in the mid-chest instead of all the way on his chest.
So George Patino fires off a big left to the head of Eric Reynolds, and Reynolds back on his feet for the final 12 seconds of this round 1.
Yeah, and I meant, of course, Reynolds was laying too high. Patino. It was Patino.
And we'll move to the second round when we return to Tampa. Back on the campus of USF inside the Sundome, Todd Harris, Boss Root, and Joey Varner, Jazz Sakura with you here at the conclusion of round number 1 in the lightweight division. Eric Reynolds and George Patino, and at the end of that last little skirmish, Reynolds taking a big gash to the forehead. As we check in with Joey Varner, who's got an update on Eric Reynolds.
Thanks, Todd. I was in the corner of Eric Reynolds, and his coaches told him, stay off the ground with this guy. Use your footwork, use your boxing, and use your angles. If you stick and move and use those angles, George Patino cannot hang with you. They were impressed with his submission defense and his escaping the position, but they want to see their fighter stand on the feet, avoid the ground, and stick and move to get the victory.
Boss, you agree with that assessment?
That's exactly when you asked me what to do. Remember? I said that.
Yeah, getting to the ground with Patino is not a good idea for Eric Reynolds, and he has got a serious gash on the forehead to contend with, as well as George Patino gets the mount now and really just continues to work, and he's going to go to work exactly on that same area that he's already cut Reynolds.
Yeah, but you know what? Even when he's in mount position, Reynolds made some real good escapes in round number 1. So he needs to stop bucking up, create space, get him in the guard. That's one of the moves you kind of learn all the way in the beginning, and you don't see it anymore. And I don't know why. You want to push up, lay on your side, go half guard, and from half guard you work to full guard. You know. Now it's hard because he hooked his feet. Patino did. But still, it's possible. Then again, when he hooks the feet and he pushes his hips forward, you see he cannot generate a lot of force there. Elbows will hurt and will probably more open the cut. But right now, Reynolds should bear hug and just pull him on top of him.
This is a situation where the doctors sitting cage side can't step in and order a doctor's stoppage if this gash gets worse. Obviously, when you get a cut on your forehead, it bleeds a lot because of all the capillaries in that area.
Yep.
But right now, Reynolds, it's not even the gash on his forehead the problem. He's got Patino just wailing around on him.
He's got one leg on him.
There you go.
There we go, see? But he should explode up. Bring his feet close to his butt so he can thrust his hips way up high, not like this. But now you see Patino hooks his feet. At the moment he does that, don't even waste any energy, because it's very hard to pull him up then. Push him up. Those are some great elbows, and that's why he wants to bear hug him and keep him close. And then he cannot do this. He just allows him to do this. Almost went there for a side choke even.
And Boss, the amount of blood that Reynolds has lost just on his forehead is making it slippery on that canvas area. You can see right there as his forehead was cut severely at the end of round number 1, and now Patino in the dominant position in the mount continues to wail down, and Reynolds unable to find relief.
Yeah, we're bringing back Halloween here.
Oh my goodness.
Look at this. And now he's angry. Oh, great reversal there by Patino again.
And we have seen this before where a fighter is cut like this and is able to rally back and actually get the finish. Can Eric Reynolds pull that off with Patino?
Yep, when you corner an animal, they will go. And when he sees all that blood, he knows that the doctor might stop it, so he needs to go for a finish before that happens.
They are on their feet in the Sundome here at USF as we go under a minute 45 to go in round number 2. This one's scheduled for 3. If you'd asked me 2 minutes ago if this was going to go into the 3rd round, I would have said no way.
No way. If he can pull his right leg out, he might even go for triangle, not now anymore. When his leg was on the other side of his head, he could have gone for it. He might go, fall on his back and try to go for it, slip that left leg out. No. He needed that leg out. Wow. Man. They're going to need a lot of tissues there. Oh, I got some towels.
I have to swiffer that whole area of the ring.
I hope they have red towels. Doesn't look as bad.
So Andrew Glenn, neither man really improving his position, so he decides to stand him up.
Freddy Krueger style. Wow. Okay, he's coming for you. Oh.
Tino fires off his straight right.
He wanted to shake his hand, and Reynolds didn't want to, so then he gave him another right. You see, that's what I mean. He's so tough, this guy. He's going to grab the wrist, fall back now, probably. Pull him on top of him. No. He could have tried that. And this is even a worse position again for Reynolds. Reynolds needs to stop bucking up. He needs to get out of this position. This is a bad situation. 30 seconds. Buck up, get out. Show the judges just before the round ends that you can escape this position.
Well, the changeover might last a little longer between rounds 2 and 3.
Yeah,
because they're going to have some cleanup to do here in between. So we will go to a third and final round in the lightweight division. Wow.
All right, welcome back to an exciting round 3 of a fight between Georgie Pacino and Eric Reynolds. But right now I'm in the locker room of the #1 strawweight in the world, the champ, Jessica Aguilar. I had a chance to catch up with her coach, Mike Brown, earlier and get his thoughts on Karina Faria. And he said she's dangerous with her submissions. She's dangerous with the positions, but the wrestling of Jessica Aguilar will win her this fight and keep the title.
All right, we'll see what plays out. We've got third and final round here in the lightweight division to take advantage of. A lot of work being done to the forehead of Eric Reynolds there in the black trunks and in the corner of the ring that had a lot of fluids deposited there, and they have cleaned up what they can. And, boss, this is just a brawl, an all-out brawl and a bloody mess at that point because Eric Reynolds' forehead was split open in round #1. They closed it the best they can.
Yeah, there's a lot of DNA evidence right down there. Oh, look at that. Both guys are a little tired now.
Standing and throwing whatever they have left in this third and final round. There you see the ground strikes landed between Reynolds and Pacino. Straight punch to the forehead of Tino, and this looks like this could be round 15.
Yeah,
the way these guys have gone at it.
Boxing match.
And if you're just tuning in, don't adjust your television. These guys have been in an absolute war.
Oh, nice body shot left hook. I love it. That is so smart if somebody's tired to go for the body.
The undercard action here at Tampa saw some great fights you can see on Future Champs, but one of the cage side coaches telling his fighter the third round is all about heart. Do you have the heart to finish this thing? And both of these men right now are both trying to dig deep and find something to give them the nod.
One clean shot can give you wings again. Reynolds is stalking him down. And that's what he needs to do, but he needs to throw more. And straight punches, keep him away from those hooks. Pacino likes to throw big bags, big hooks.
Remember Joey Varner reporting after round #1 that Reynolds' corner liked his defense and his escapability on the ground, but they said stay away from the ground game with this guy.
Uh-oh, he's going to sit down. I just was going to say, it is so Brazilian to do that. Marco Ruiz used to do it also. Bear hug, sit down. I showed it last week in the class at a seminar.
Boss, at this point in the fight, and folks that might be tuning in saying, oh my goodness, you got to stop this thing. Eric Reynolds is a bloody mess. Do you have Pacino clearly in the lead after 2.5 rounds?
Yeah, he's clearly in the lead now. But Reynolds, he should escape this position. You know, if you lay here, eventually you're going to get hurt. It's better to take 2 or 3 shots, but get him in a better position. For you, better position, of course. Because now it's a shooting range. Hit and miss, hit and miss, hit and miss, until a few are going to be hit in a row, and they're going to stop the fight.
Best hope now for Reynolds is that Patino just runs out of steam and gets tired of throwing punches and elbows. He's got the dominant position, he's got the mount, he postures up, and then he can rain down combinations of punches or elbows.
He reverses to the wrong way. You know, if somebody puts the right arm around the neck, you want to push him to the left because you can stop that arm. Now we should explode to the left. Trap the arm around the neck by simply with the left hand grabbing the back of your own hand. And I'm talking about Reynolds. That will trap the arm. And then trap with the foot, you trap the foot from Patino and you explode to the left.
Doing a great job of dodging the punches and elbows of Patino right now.
Man,
these guys are absolutely gassed as we've still got 1:10 to go.
He's non-stop looking for that side shot. But it's so slippery, everything slips out now. Buck up, armbar coming. It's an armbar, or he's going to pass the arm and he's going to go for triangles. 1 and 2. Well,
just slides through.
This is nice, but he needs to get up. But you see how cool he holds the ankle here? Patino does with the other hand. You guys can't see it at home, but we can see the camera angle doesn't show it. Oh, yeah, it does show it. See? It's very smart. He's got to watch out, guys. He's got to keep a hold on that ankle. Slips out again. No.
Final 30 seconds. Wow.
Man. Cross-face him. He's got the arm. You got to cross-face him, maybe.
Final 10 seconds.
Patino was looking for a guillotine there, man. He's still going for it.
Wow, what a fight.
Yeah.
We'll be back with the official decision when we return to Tampa, Florida, World Series of Fighting 15. Backstage, Kalinda Faria, 15-3, making her first official visit as a fighter to the United States. She'll have her hands full as she looks to take the title away from the #1 strawweight fighter in the world in Jessica Aguilar. That's still to come here at World Series of Fighting 15. But now we go inside the cage. That is where Jazz Securo has our official decision after 3 rounds in the lightweight division.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of professional fightings, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judges Michael Ross and Richard Davis score at 30-27, and Judge Howard Ryback scores at 29-28. Your winner by unanimous decision, George Macaco Patino.
So Patino gets the victory, and how about this, boss? He runs his record to now 36-15-2.
Yeah, he doesn't want to hug his friends now with all the white clothes on there.
As we take a look at the Autoshopper.com highlights from 3 very entertaining rounds of MMA, whether you have a weak stomach or constitution, this is round number 2. After in round number 1, Eric Reynolds had his forehead split by one of those vicious elbows of Patino.
Yeah, he was just going to town on him. Here, I thought he was going to throw him to the left, for Patino to the left. Explode, and then he decided to throw him to the other side, which worked. Nice big right hand there. That was in the opening. Just after a break, he wanted to shake the hand, but Reynolds didn't want to shake. He wanted to hit. So he says, okay, here is a hit.
And here's the 3rd and final round. It was more of the same. A lot of Patino in a dominant position.
I love those raining down elbows. Go straight down, not in a hook form, like straight down.
And that's how it ended. Unanimous decision goes the way of George Patino. Gets his 36th professional victory. As we take a look at the stats brought to you by CompuStrike. 114 landed by Patino. That's 77%. There you see the power strikes, ground strikes landed 101. And 2 submission attempts, both going the way of the Brazilian Patino. Still to come, the strawweight belt is on the line and being labeled the undisputed #1 strawweight and a world champion. Jessica Aguilar understands the weight of so many accolades as something very special.
You know, this is what I worked for so hard, and I'm just enjoying it. Being a world champion is, it's a great responsibility. It's a lot of fun. So, you know, I know that I worked hard for this, so I'm just enjoying being the WSOF world champion. And the best strawweight in the world, I'm sorry. This is Jessica Aguilar. You're watching World Series of Fighting on NBC SN.
Aguilar is the champ.
And that is what is on the line in the strawweight division. Jessica Aguilar, the #1 ranked strawweight fighter in the world, here to defend it against Kalinda Faria of Brazil. And let's go back and see exactly how she got it, boss. Really, no question of what she can do inside the cage.
Female fight in WSOF history is also a belt. Trying for the takedown. Over a minute into this championship fight, and now it goes to the ground. Aguilar in control.
Yep.
Trying to end it here in the first.
This might be it.
Aguilar shaking it. Aguilar is the champ.
Yeah.
Jessica Aguilar.
So we are set to go for the strawweight bout. Jessica Aguilar getting set to make her entrance here into the Sun Dome on the campus of USF. As we take a look at the tail of the tape for the strawweight bout, Aguilar, 32 years of age, 5'4", 115 pounds. Her reach, 62 inches, an identical reach for Faria. 28 years of age, she's 5'5", and she weighed in just under 114 pounds. Right now, we send it inside the cage. That is where Jazz Securo has the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sun Dome in beautiful Tampa, Florida. Our next fight is brought to you by Everlast Hydrate Elite, and it is for the World Series of Fighting Women's Strawweight Championship of the World. Let's bring out your fighters. Please welcome to the Decagon, Kalinda Faria.
First fight in the U.S. All fights have been in Brazil for Faria. 11-fight win streak, 5 finishes, boss, and this is worth noting via the armbar. But she has not lost in 3.5 years, but dare I say she has not faced anyone as talented as the #1 ranked strawweight in the world in Jessica Aguilar.
Exactly. What can she do? Well, she's a hot streak, left fight winning streak. And like you said, good everywhere. What she's really good at, the clinch. If she's in a clinch, she's got some really great knees. She knocked a few opponents out like that. So Aguilar has to watch out. If you're in the clinch, keep her hips very close to your hips so that no knees can go to the head.
Comes to us by way of Sao Paulo, Brazil, 15-3-1. Now, she does have some knockout power. 6 KOs, 4 submissions by a top team in Sao Paulo, Brazil. What a way to make your debut in the States.
Yeah.
Excited to come to the World Series of Fighting. Excited to fight for a title. Oh, yeah, by the way, you get Aguilar right out of the gate.
Yeah, the best strawweight on the planet. Let's, because we love you. But then again, you know, for her, it's almost nothing to lose. And fighters like that, you know, people don't really know them here yet. They come in totally relaxed because there's no pressure. People can probably expect that she's going to lose. But I guarantee you that she's going to try to do everything in her power to win. 11-fight winning streak says it all. And, by the way, she's also like a 67% finishing rate, right, which in strawweight women division is pretty much unheard of. So she knows how to finish people as well.
Boss, if you were in her corner and you've seen Aguilar fight several times here at the World Series of Fighting, do you see any weaknesses of Aguilar that you would attack or possibly go after if you're Faria?
I would have said in the beginning, after I saw the last fight that she had against the Japanese girl, I would say, you know, maybe striking. But she looked so good in that striking against Fujino that I go like, wow, that was a whole different animal.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring out the champion. Here is Jessica Aguilar.
Lucha guys in the background.
For someone that has such a sweet demeanor, this is not an individual you want to get on your bad side or face inside the octagon. Jessica Aguilar, all fun and games on the outside, all business on the inside. As she makes her way towards the outside of the cage here, just 32 years of age, the first woman to sign with the World Series of Fighting. American top team, Coconut Creek, Florida. You want to talk about fight streak? She's on a 9-fight winning streak. Mexican-born American fighter, the champion, Jessica Aguilar.
Beat Megumi Fuji twice. I was considered like the god in the women's division, and she comes in and she beats her twice. You know, her demeanor when she does interviews makes me very think of Lucia Riker. She's a good friend of mine, best female boxer on the planet ever, and kickboxer. And she has that same kind of feel, you know, once they get in the ring, they become a different animal.
Well, she's got a lot of talent around her. Her coaching staff, trained folks, the good folks at American Top Team at Coconut Creek. Wow, they bring some of the very best minds in the world of MMA. You saw Mike Brown earlier coming into the arena with her, former WEC champion. So she's got some good people advising her.
Yep. Strong corner. And the people love her. I love the masks. I think about Jack Black right away now. They're supporting the Dutch color there. Orange.
Is that what it is? Is
yeah.
that what it is?
Orange color. That's totally Holland.
As mentioned, the #1 ranked strawweight in the world in any organization. Jessica Aguilar is the defending strawweight champion, and she now makes her way inside the cage.
Her opponent is smiling. She's like happy to be there.
We now send it inside the cage. That is where Jazz Securo has the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The World Series of Fighting 15, a night of champions, will officially begin. This fight is brought to you by Everlast Hydrate Elite. 5 rounds for the World Series of Fighting Women's Strawweight Championship of the World. And now, introducing on my left, fighting out of the blue corner, the challenger. Her record, 15 victories, 3 defeats, 1 draw, standing 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 115 pounds, fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, introducing Kalindra Faria.
She won her last 11 fights, is good standing and good on the ground, has a very good clinch. Push the fight and look for the clinch. From there, watch out for the takedown and use knees and strikes. When it goes to the ground, well, she knows what to do.
And now, introducing on my right, fighting out of the red corner, her record, 18 victories, 4 defeats, standing 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing 115 pounds, fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, by way of Houston. She is the #1 ranked strawweight in the world, the undisputed, reigning, defending World Series of Fighting Women's Strawweight Champion of the World, presenting Jessica
Her best weapon, the ground, but she looked very good in the striking last time as well, so use that striking to set up takedowns. Once on the ground, be on top and look for elbows plus submissions.
Your referee is Josh Rutgers.
So here we go. This one's scheduled for 5 rounds for the strawweight championship belt in the World Series of Fighting. As we begin championship night, Michelle getting us started here with round #1 as the official instructions are given to both fighters.
Questions, let's touch gloves, go back to the corner, wait for the belt.
And just like that, the switch is thrown. You look at the demeanor change for Jessica Aguilar as she faces off with Kalindra Faria. Boss, it's amazing how many people come into fight fights, well prepared, no problem with the cardio. They've done their workouts. When they get in with Aguilar, it seems like as soon as they get hit or tested early, they throw the game plan out the window, and then it becomes survival mode.
That's it. Mike Tyson used to say that. Everybody has a game plan until they get hit. And it is.
Getting through this first round will be key for Faria if she plans to take the belt and go the distance with Aguilar, because Aguilar would like nothing more to make short night of this and get out of this thing in the first round with a submission.
Aguilar needs to watch out with her single kicks. Her opponent has a bunch of knockout victories, 6 of them. And the only thing they need to do at the moment is she throws a right kick, a single kick, is stretch her right arm and land it under the chin. So watch out for that. Setup kicks, always.
Oh, big right coming from Aguilar.
Yeah.
Does a great job of staying compact, keeping the hands up by her chin. Amazing how someone that small can generate so much power.
Yeah, you see both these girls also move their heads a little bit, you know, they're bobbing this to the side. You would think that you would see that more also with the guys.
Got instructions coming from both corners in English, Spanish, and Portuguese tonight.
Yeah, smile is going with Jessica. She's coming. She's got to watch out in the clinch. Like I said before, this girl in the clinch has great knees. So if Aguilar is going to give her some space, could be dangerous, especially there. She has to watch out for a knee to the face now. She's probably waiting for it. She wants to grab that leg. She wants to signal now.
This is round number 1. This one's scheduled for 5 for the strawweight title, the World Series of Fighting. Jessica Aguilar in the black with the Dutch-inspired orange on her outfit, going head-to-head with Belinda Faria of Brazil.
Well, let's hope it's Dutch-inspired. I don't think so. It's probably not. Great, nice job here from Aguilar.
What you notice
that situation,
or what at least I noticed, boss, early on, is Faria not afraid to get into the clinch with Aguilar and actually get some dirty boxing on her own and scoring some points.
Yeah, like I said, you know, I've seen her knock some girls out with knee strikes. So she's comfortable there. Mixing those open strikes. Now she went to the body.
Technical fighting for both fighters. We come up on a minute 30 to go here in round number 1. Remember, this is a championship bout, so we will see potentially 5 rounds of fighting here, the World Series of Fighting.
Good hand movement. Everything's looking good. But Faria's got some power in her hands and legs, so really watch out. Nice low kick, very nice. Oh, big right, nice knee.
Aguilar continues to attack multiple levels. Low inside kicks, then goes to knees in the midsection, then she'll go combinations.
That's a nice job there, you know, from Faria going to the body with straights. Most of the time it's going to be a setup for a hook to the head after that.
Final 30 seconds of round number 1. This was scheduled for 5 in the women's strawweight division here at WSOF 15.
She would have stretched that arm.
You're getting creative there.
It was a spinning elbow, but if she would have stretched the arm, maybe it would have hit a target. She tries to go for a takedown. 10 seconds to the left in the round. Nice knee.
We'll be back to Tampa and have the second round when we return on NBCSN. Back on the campus of USF, Tampa, Florida, World Series of Fighting 15. Todd Harris alongside Boss Rutan. We've got a good one here for the strawweight title belt. Jessica Aguilar in the black-orange trim is your champion, facing off with Brazilian Kalindra Faria on the right of your screen. And at the start of round number 2, we check in cage side with Joey Varner.
Thanks, Todd. I was in the corner of the champ, and her coaches are very happy with her performance. They want to see more jabs from her, and they want to see her vary the punches up. They really feel that if she switches the punches up, she'll be able to find a home for that right hand because they think it's open. She's also been throwing a technique that they're referring to as a calf kick, and they think it hurts her, and she was very effectively. So they want to see more of that, but the champ's doing great right now as she secures a takedown.
Yeah, no question about it, boss. We see our first takedown comes in the second round, and this is interesting. We'll see exactly what kind of fighter, MMA fighter, Faria is, as it looks like Aguilar wants to keep this thing on the ground for a while.
Yeah, and that's what she needs to do. She cannot allow her opponent now to pull a guard on her because she's caught there with the guillotine. And what she saw already, she made the takedown, the double leg, and she made sure that her head is caught on the other side, opposite side. So you always want to go with your legs to the opposite side of where your head is caught. Great, well, takedown, get back up on the feet from Faria here. Because that was a solid takedown.
As they break the clinch, Aguilar able to fire off a nice right elbow, which connected to Faria.
See, there you have to watch out for. It was almost simultaneously there. No single kicks, as I mentioned. Set it up.
Another takedown attempt coming from Aguilar.
Man, Faria is very good at takedown defense. Nice knee there by her. Nice job. Every time out of the clinch, she comes with a big right hand. And the fight's a target. Oh, big one again. She should keep the elbow a little lower. Then she can put really her body weight in that punch.
Aguilar weighing in at 115 pounds. But she has a lot of sting in that right. When she's so accurate, boss, on her combinations when she's coming forward.
Yeah, like last time, you know, against Fujito. Man, she's got a number on her.
Ooh, there's
again that
back elbow.
Yep. So watch out for that. Because the defense was low at that moment. It's a little tiny higher. Good footwork, moving to the side. Everything is going well. Good low kick. Now we set it up though. Something like a broken record now.
Yep.
Nice job again.
Aguilar so disciplined when she comes in the school of Boss Rutan. If you're going to come in and throw one punch, why not throw two, make it a combination? She's doing that.
Yeah, if one is good, two is better, I always say. Oh, nice. You see, that was a single kick from Faria, and Jessica countered it with a strike. You see what I mean?
She would come in with that leg kick and the Boss Rutan combination. Boom, boom. Coming up on the final 30 seconds here, round number 2. This one's scheduled for 5. Aguilar in the black. Faria looked momentarily like she was going to have a takedown there, and Aguilar jumps right back to her feet.
Yeah, both these skills are good. Little foot stomping going on.
Final 10 seconds. We will move to the third round when we return to Tampa live on NBCSN. This is the World Series of Fighting 15. Back in Tampa, Florida, this is the action, boss. Take us through what you'd like to see.
That's it. She gives a single kick, and there you see Jessica counter with the right straight. And that's why I say also, Jessica shouldn't throw single kicks because it could happen to her as well.
This is the third round, scheduled for potentially 5 in the strawweight division with the title belt on the line. Aguilar, your champion, on the left. Faria of Brazil on the right, the challenger. Boss, at this point in the fight, who do you have it as we enter round number 3?
Well, yeah, both for Aguilar, of course, because she just connected more.
Are you surprised that Aguilar hasn't been more dominant with Faria, or is that just because we have more respect for
the
different level that Faria fights?
Yeah, no, she's really good. She's really good. She does a great job. Look at that knee. Wow, look at that.
So as Aguilar was going for the takedown attempt, Faria able to just toss Aguilar to the canvas, but it's Aguilar now getting back up.
A lot of power from Faria. That means can't make any mistakes here. They didn't just find somebody to fight Aguilar. They found a good fighter.
This is scheduled for 5 rounds, and they now just entering the third round with 4 minutes to go, boss. Both fighters look to be in pretty good shape.
Yep.
Cardio-wise, not an issue. Never is an issue with Aguilar. She always comes to fight, always comes prepared.
With foot stomping going on there. It's more of a distraction. I've never ever seen a fight been stopped by a foot stomp.
You don't want to say you got tapped out because of a foot stomp?
Yeah. No, people say, oh, it's just so effective. I go, no, it's not effective.
Is it more of a setup, though, because it distracts the fighter into concentrating on the foot, and then all of a sudden they try something else?
That's it. Look how beautiful this is. Very nice. Now she needs to get her back off the fence, because otherwise she can fence walk or wall walk, whichever way you want to call it, and get back on her feet. Aguilar needs to control those legs, because she's going to put her left foot behind her butt. That's what Faria's going to do, and she's going to stand up again if she doesn't do that.
What looked to be a dominant position for Faria early on is now kind of shifted over to Aguilar. She's been more aggressive and almost has a bit of a mount here. She's got Faria up against the cage.
Got to put her on her back. Here we go. See, now she's going to post with on the ground. Oh, nice jump here by Aguilar to stop that. Now you see Faria trying everything in her power to not let that right leg get pulled out. Oh, look at this. That was nicely done with Faria. Can she keep it? No. Some nice shots here. Good attempt, though. Doing a great job. She wants to break that grip.
Put it down. Put it down. Push the knee. Push and
Faria doing a phenomenal job stopping it. Oh, not that strike, but she's doing a great job. Nice hip movement there also. Can she roll into a guillotine here?
Oh, boy.
No, it's not underneath.
Wow. Faria did a good job of rising up and cutting that angle away as Aguilar now able to take Faria on the front, push her up against that cage, boss, and his knees are just absolutely vicious.
That is really well done. Throw knees to the body. It is so important. Now you can do it again. Because it's all stretched out. The arms are up. I mean, it's totally exposed. It's harder to flex. Plus, she can't see them coming. And if you connect at the moment she's breathing in, fight's over. That's it.
Close quarter fighting here as we approach 1 minute to go in round 3 of 5 for the strawweight championship that is currently being held by Jessica Aguilar, her back up against the cage.
See there, taking out of the clinch. And here we go again.
Not exchanges on the ground and up against the cage, probably dominated more by Aguilar, but you have to give credit to Faria for pretty much escaping there unscathed, didn't take too much damage, although Aguilar seemed to really be imposing her will and controlling the fight a bit more.
Yeah, and she had that, it was really cool takedown attempt she had like a minute and a half ago. Very well done. She's very strong. Nice right again. She almost left it at will. It looks like we're going into the championship run.
So 3 rounds nearly complete. We will go to a 4th round when we return to Tampa, Florida. This is WSOF 15 only on NBCSN.
As we get ready for the championship rounds, I'm in the locker room of Melvin Guillard, where I had a chance to catch up with his coach, Dr. Rudy Tripp, and find out exactly what went wrong with the weight cut. He said everything went according to schedule up until they reached about 158 pounds, and from there, Melvin's body just shut down. They stopped sweating. He said at this point in his career, as Melvin's getting older, his body's getting bigger, he's not sure if they can make this weight anymore, and this might be the last time we see him fighting at lightweight. He might move up to welterweight. I also asked him about the penalties. Melvin was hit hard with 2 penalties. One, he lost a big chunk of his purse, but also he lost the ability to fight for the title. I said, what was worse for Melvin? He said, you know, it's always rough losing some money, but it's heartbreaking to lose the opportunity of a lifetime to fight for a title. Melvin said he's going to use that negative, turn it into a positive, and tonight he's going to have the performance of a lifetime.
All right, good stuff coming from our Joey Varner in the locker room of Melvin Guillard. We'll see that coming up in that catchweight bout, which was supposed to be a lightweight title fight against Justin Gaethje, and that has gone away because Guillard unable to make weight, checking in at 158.8, 3.8 pounds off of where he needed to be. That's still to come, but we've got a championship round here, round 4 of 5 in the straw weight division. Jessica Aguilar with her back now.
Yeah, Aguilar came forward, wanted to go for a takedown, and Faria threw that left knee, and it was a powerful knee. It didn't land, but if a knee like that lands, that could be trouble. So she has to watch out.
Aguilar now in the block with the orange, and Faria now big spinning back kick, and Aguilar answers right back.
That's what I told you before. Most of the time when one throws it, the other person will throw it back right away.
Well, it's quite an accomplishment for Faria to get here into these championship rounds, rounds 4 and 5. Now, boss, the big question is, what can she do with it? This is where a lot of other fighters have been, but unable to finish Aguilar, and now a prime opportunity for Faria if she can make one of these moves of hers. There's the spinning back elbow, the kick, whatever. It's got to land. It's got to land with some serious vengeance on it.
Yeah, and if it lands, because she has a serious vengeance. She's got a lot of power in the legs.
Yep.
So she really has to watch out. Aguilar has. But I would also, if I was Faria, I would go maybe try more for takedowns. You know, see if he can put her on her back. She almost surprised her. You know, and there we go. It's almost like she hurt. And the thing is, now she can fake a takedown and come on top with strikes. You know? And Aguilar, of course, can do the same thing. Fake like you shoot. They bring their hands down. They need to because they need the underhooks. And then you come over the top.
Look at the power strikes landed from rounds 1 to 3. Aguilar with 24 to Faria's 5.
Yeah, that's the right hand is probably 18 or 19 of those. Nice body shot there. Didn't have enough power on it, but it's cool that she goes for the body. There, 3 hooks to the body. It's a great setup to do that again and then finish with a hook to the head.
Faria keeps coming with the body shot.
That's smart. She fights great. That's, oh, nice elbow there. Aguilar waiting for the right timing. It was beautiful time. She needs to put the hook in. Oh, almost. Okay, now she's got a great position. She's got a mount position. She was the left foot. You can't tell from the camera. Yeah, now she has both feet underneath. This is a good thing. She only needs to sit a little bit higher on the chest.
Easily takes the back of Faria, and now Faria in some serious trouble.
Yeah, well, if she can get the hooks in and sustain that position. because right now she's in that...
Boss, this is double trouble for Faria because if she rotates over, she gives up her back and a possible rear naked choke. If she stays here, you see the punishment she's taking from Aguilar.
Yeah, but at least she can't see them coming right now.
Crowd starting to sense that Aguilar might be able to finish it here in the 4th round. Under 90 seconds to go.
She becomes a whole different animal if she smells blood, right? Looking for the guillotine. Might be a setup for a knee to the body again, as she did in round number 1, I believe.
The Portuguese continues to come from the corner of Linda Faria. Lady out of Brazil, her first fight in the U.S. All fights have been in her home nation of Brazil.
1 minute left. She needs to throw a knee to the body now. That will be a great weapon for her. And she's back up. She's good.
So a lot of work done during that last exchange over the course of the last minute. Most of it will be done by Aguilar, but Faria able to come out and fight on in the final 15 seconds of round number 4.
And she comes on strong now.
Yep.
She's calling her bluff.
So we will have a 5th and final round here with a strawweight title belt on the line. You'll see it live when we return to Tampa, Florida.
Second round. Fighters up. Let's go.
Back inside the Sun Dome on the campus of USF, Tampa, Florida. Todd Harris, Boss Rutan, Joey Varner reporting from cage side as we go to the 5th and final round in this strawweight belt. Jessica Aguilar and Kalinda Faria and Joey Varner able to listen in to Faria's corner during the last exchange. Joey, what'd you hear?
You know what? The corner was very blunt and very honest. They said, this is the last round. You've lost the first 4. You need to win this. You need a knockout or you need a submission. And coming from the sidelines, her trainer and her manager, who just fought earlier, George Macaco Pacino, is screaming emphatically, land the head kick, throw the head kick, knock her out if you want to win this fight.
Wow, good stuff coming from him. Boss, you'd obviously have to agree. She hasn't won the first 4 rounds, but it seems like she has still plenty of energy in the tank, and she has the skill. That kick would certainly has been effective for the first 4 rounds.
But you know what? If I would be in the corner from Aguilar, I would say the same thing. I would say, listen, she lost the 4 rounds. The only way she can win is knock you out and submit you, so she's going to come. You know, and especially if she finished the round before, I think that kick that might have did a little bit. That front kick.
So the pace picks up here in the 5th and final round with Jessica Aguilar, the defending and reigning strawweight champion, the #1 ranked strawweight fighter in the world, trying to defend off Faria. And there you see her coach, Georgie Patino, trying to encourage her on. And our thanks to Joey Varner and his Portuguese skills, able to cheer on.
There is George Patino. Wow, going for the body, hand everywhere. Look, she's hunting. She's coming. Aguilar needs to call the bluff. She needs to push right forward now. Go straight in there. She cannot let her dominate and push backwards because then she gives a reach. And since she has a better reach on her, that's not a good thing.
Faria has drawn blood in the nose of Jessica Aguilar. And really pushing the champ to the distance here in the 5th and final round, but a beautiful takedown now by Jessica Aguilar.
Pull her away from the gauge. That's what she needs to do. She needs to put her back on her back. Faria's posting out, so it's impossible to do.
You understand me? Lock your legs.
One little tiny mistake here from Aguilar, and she'll be back up. Her right foot, right. She's going to post on the right foot. Here we go. That's going to bring it closer to her butt, and then she can stand up again. She posts with the left arm backwards. She's a little bit closer to the cage, so she can push herself upwards. Use the cage as well. Although, of course, Aguilar makes herself heavy now. So she's going to have to carry Aguilar and herself, her weight.
All 115 pounds of her boss at the start of this fight. Aguilar, known as explosive she can be. Did you see this thing going to the 5th round?
No. I thought maybe Aguilar was going to take it down on the ground and then control from there. I think Faria, I know she was good. Yeah, she's better than I thought even.
This is her 20th professional fight. Of course, we're speaking of Faria. So a lot of experience for the young lady, first time venturing out of Brazil as she makes her World Series of Fighting debut against the champion.
Jessica needs to let her come in and just hit that right again. A big right. Catch her when she comes in. Or that left, but the right will be better, of course. That's it. No waste for it. I mean, I love Faria that she goes for the body and then go for the head.
There's not a lot of fighters, men or women, that can go this long, this hard, 5 rounds of MMA fighting, and Faria has done a fantastic job.
Yeah, she's tough.
Doing all kinds of combinations at Aguilar as we come up on 1 minute to go in this final round for the title belt.
Yeah, she knows she has got 1 minute left to do it. She's throwing everything at her, including this kitchen sink.
I love that expression. That's why I wanted to say it.
What a scrap between these two ladies.
Man,
inside the cage here at World Series of Fighting 15.
Oh. 30 seconds. Oh, nice front kick.
Well, you see the corner of Aguilar. They just seem a little bit nervous, even though their fighter seems to have the edge. They want these final 15 seconds to click away a little faster.
Body shot left hook. Nice job there. Uppercut left hook.
Here it is, the final 5 seconds. After 5 rounds, we'll be back with the official decision. Will it be the champ or the challenger? We'll find out when we return to Tampa Bay, Florida. You're watching World Series of Fighting 15. And the Green Beret Foundation is a nonprofit dedicated to providing unconventional resources for our ill, injured, wounded, and transitioning Army Special Forces. Known as the Quiet Professionals, these quiet warriors are able to recover from injuries and return to live the very same American way of life they have been protecting. Backstage, Melvin Guillard going through his final preparations as he gets ready to face off with the always dangerous Justin Gaethje in a catch-weight fight. Before we get to that, we've got some business to take care of at the end of 5 rounds of strawweight fighting. We send it inside to Jazz Sakuro for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of championship fighting, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges score it 49-45. Barry Luxembourg, Michael Ross, and Richard Davis for your winner by unanimous decision. And still, the World Series of Fighting Women's Strawweight Champion of the World, Jessica Jag Aguilar.
Let's take a look at the Auto Shopper highlights. 5 rounds, boss. Plenty of highlights to choose from. Both women coming out strong in the first rounds, and they continued all the way through each and every round.
That's it. And every round was almost the same, except for a few times that they got a takedown, got back up. Jessica secured a few takedowns. I believe in this round, it's number 3. Oh, that was really nice. That looked like a really nice escape here from Faria, but then she got hit a little bit. Still, she's going to get out of the situation. Here was Faria, took her down for a little bit, but Jessica reversed it, got her down, and again on the ground. And this is what the whole game was. You know, striking on the feet, she landed more punches. Then she secured more takedowns than her opponent, and just raining down punches.
And here was the 5th round, and this is Fadia's first 5-round match, boss. So I think she did pretty well, considering.
I was amazed how she came out in the 5th round, the energy that she had left, and she really brought it forward, you know. She really brought it to Jessica. Very amazed. Very high-level fighter. We're going to see her in the World Series of Fighting for sure. And if not, it would be crazy if they don't get her back.
Look at these stats brought to you by CompuStrike. Strikes thrown 206 to 254, advantage Fadia, but strikes landed 138 to 62. Ground strikes 23 to 2 and 32 to 12 with kicks landed, all in favor of Aguilar, who completes her second 5-round match. When we return to Tampa Bay, Florida, we will talk with the reigning champion, Jessica Aguilar. You're watching World Series of Fighting 15 on NBCSN.
Justin Gaethje!
This is Justin Gaethje, and you're watching the World Series of Fighting on NBCSN.
This is what's on the line, or was going to be on the line, between Gaethje and Melvin Guillard. Guillard unable to make weight, so this becomes a catch weight at 159 pounds. We take a look at the tail of the tape for this battle between Justin Gaethje and the young assassin, Melvin Guillard. Gaethje, 25 years of age, 5'11", weighted at 154.8 and a 69-inch reach. Guillard, 31 years of age, 5'9". There you see the problem, 158 and a 71-inch reach, but we're all set to go for a catchweight bout. We now set it inside the cage. That is where Jazz Sakuro has the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are all set for your co-main event of the night. It is brought to you by Autoshopper.com, and it takes place as a World Series of Fighting catchweight. 159 pounds. Let's bring your fighters to the decagon. Please welcome Melvin Guillard.
And it'll be interesting to see what kind of reception Melvin gets. He goes by the name of the young assassin, and he is a well-traveled fighter. He has beaten the likes of JZ Cavalcante, of course, in his WSOF debut, 22 fights in the UFC. Fights for American Top Team, the same as Jessica Aguilar. And do you follow the description of why he didn't make weight, about him, as he gets older, his body just unable to shed that extra weight? Or,
you know, all my fighters, what they do 3 weeks before, they try one on time out how far they can cut, just to see if they come close. And if you don't come close, then most of the time we call the promoter and we say, listen, we think we're going to have a problem with this, but we do that 3 weeks out. Is there any way we can do a catch weight? You know, because you have to try. If you drink 2 gallons of water a day, that's the trick with a lot of guys. They drink a lot of water. What they do the day before, they just cut the water out. And that's right there. That's a lot. 8 gallons. You know, that's 8 kilograms. That's 20 pounds, almost.
surprising, though, that he was unable to shed that last 3.5 pounds. I know a lot of guys will go into the steam room and try to just sweat it off for an hour or two, and they can usually get that, but Guillard unable to do that as well.
You know, yeah, once you're dried up, you're dried up. I don't think there's anything anymore that can come out. And maybe. So, yeah, it is what it is. Yep. It's a shame because it would have been great. The title fight gets a little bit more meaning to it, but now it's kind of a disrespectful thing. You know, they got that vibe going on, so maybe the fight's going to be even more explosive.
So Guillard, if he gets the victory over Gaethje, he does not get the lightweight title belt, and that would cause all kinds of consternation throughout the MMA world to say, well, what do you do with him now? Do you give him a rematch with Gaethje and see if he can make weight, or do you follow what his crew had told him, that he might bump up to the next weight class and not try to cut that weight down to 155?
Bump up to the next weight class. Look, Anthony Johnson, you know, and now he's in his normal weight, and look at the destruction that he is right now.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome his opponent to the decagon. Here is Justin Gaethje.
Oh, man, oh, man. Been waiting for this fight for a while.
Real nice nice guy who comes in and once he gets inside the cage has some serious bad intentions. A perfect professional record, 12-0. Perfect amateur record of 7-0. Never one to shy away from any fight, and he loves, I mean loves, to end these fights early.
It's insane. The amount of power. Last one time he got hit, remember, and he grabs the guy and he slams him on the ground and just, I mean, like 20 seconds later it was over.
Yeah. Just look at his record at 12-0. 10 of those wins coming by knockout. The other one by submission. Only one fight going to the distance. And Gaethje is the real deal. He throws such unique strikes and elbows and knees from so many different angles. You never know what you're going to get.
And it's all hard.
Yeah.
It's all with power. There's no jab, no feeling out process. It's like, boom, it's on.
Yep. Young man who wrestled at the University of Northern Colorado, Division I All-American, but don't call him a wrestler because this guy is a pure mixed martial artist.
He really is. Division I wrestler with great striking.
This is his third title defense, and this should be interesting. Keep your eye on this. Yeah. For the official introductions, we send it inside to Jasakuro.
Ladies and gentlemen, your co-main event of the night is brought to you by Autoshopper.com. We're scheduled for 3 rounds at a World Series of Fighting catchweight of 159 pounds. And now, introducing on my left, fighting out of the blue corner, this seasoned veteran fighter. His record, 32 victories, 13 losses, 2 draws, 21 victories, coming by way of knockout. Standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 159 pounds even, fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, by way of New Orleans, Louisiana. Introducing Melvin, the Young Assassin, Gillard.
Okay, no secret here. Loves to strike, and that's where he's at his best. He normally is wild, but he needs to pick his shots, move in and out. And since Gaethje comes straight forward, move backwards and to the side, counter from there.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, on my right, his opponent fighting out of the red corner. His record is perfect. 12 victories, 0 defeats. 12 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing 155 pounds. He fights out of Denver, Colorado, by way of Safford, Arizona. He is the undefeated, undisputed, reigning, defending World Series of Fighting lightweight champion of the world, Justin the Highlight Gaethje.
He needs also to fight using his head because he's wild as well, but he can't rush in. So he needs to stay outside the reach of his opponent, and when he feels he can connect, attack. Maybe even go for a takedown and ground and pound.
Your referee is Andrew Glenn.
You got the rules earlier. You both understand the rules. Are there any questions? Follow my instructions at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. If you want to touch him up, step back.
No touching.
No need to ask. And Michel Jean-Pierre gets us started in the co-main event here in this catchweight bout between Melvin Gillard and Justin Gaethje. Folks, I would be very surprised, boss, if this went the full 3 rounds.
It won't. I would be very surprised as well.
Gaethje comes in. Gaethje comes in with a bit of anger, chip on his shoulder after Gillard unable to make weight, so this becomes a catch-weight bout. The former training partners now become opponents inside the cage here. World Series of Fighting 15, but for Gaethje, obviously, smart fighter, but he's got to control that emotion.
He really has to, because Gillard, man, he's an explosive guy. He can fight.
Make no mistake about it. Melvin Gillard may not have made weight, but he is a terrific athlete in amazing shape.
See, and this is total Gaethje now again. Forward, coming forward. Gillard is moving, using the ring, using movement, picking his shots. Dipping down first and then may make a high kick. Nice little distraction.
Gaethje trying to stay clear of that big right that Gillard will load up.
Oh, man. up against the fence the whole time. Smart that he went for a takedown a few times, you know. Just get inside the head of the opponent. Man.
Leg kicks finding a home for Gaethje. Amazing how he lands a punch and then he backs 1 second, then he's coming forward again. Here he is on the prowl.
Yeah, because he got hit one time. Now he gets angry. That was a nice counter there. You got to watch out with those single kicks. I'm constantly repeating myself with it. Yeah, when fighters do it. Because
Gallard not happy. Inadvertent poke to the eye.
Wow, you can almost hear that punch when he missed. So much power on it. Trevor Whitman in the corner from Gaethje. Very good trainer.
Gaethje doing a nice job of trying to fend off that straight left jab that Gallard is using to set up the big right. Uppercut misses.
Now he puts his hands down. I don't know if that's a good idea with these guys. Keep the hands down.
Gaethje says, let's go. Let's scrap.
Man.
Straight left again, finding it. That left really working well for Melvin Gallard.
Doing a good job with it.
And he comes with the right.
The thing is, Gallard, he throws the left, but it's not a jab. You know, it's a powerhouse there. Still has some snap on it, so it's not a punch that you can simply take. You know, like that. It's not a good thing.
Oh, Gaethje goes for the high kick, loses his footing. Gallard saw an opportunity to pounce, and just like that, Gaethje's back on his feet. I'll tell you what.
He's walking on the punch. He's going to watch out 2 times.
Got to be careful. That left is really finding its home.
Needs a little bit more hand movement. Of just put the right hand or left hand in front of your jaw. Very simple. Because then a straight can't find you. It's impossible. Because it's behind the head. And then you still have the right to try to throw.
Great action early on here in round number 1 as we approach the final 30 seconds of this catchweight bout. Justin Gaethje in the white trunks, his opponent Melvin Gallard. This was supposed to be a title fight. It becomes a catchweight fight and a serious grudge match. Wow. Final 10.
Nice low kick.
Second round when we return to Tampa.
Oh, he hit him after the bell.
Well, this was the action at the end of round number 1. Bell sounds, referee steps in, and Gaethje fires off a short right.
I think he got inside his head with the jabs. He got angry.
Boss, we were talking during that break, and I think you'd have to give that first round to Melvin Gallard.
Well, he hit a lot of the target, yes.
A smart official. Of course, as Gaethje had success with that low inside kick at the end of round number 1, it put Gallard on his seat. All right, what adjustments do you make if you're the champ Gaethje, and how do you counter that straight left that Gallard is finding so much success with?
Like I said, you want to put your left hand in front of your jaw, like the palm out, you know, and that's
just check it out.
Just check it in front of your face, and then you still have the right. And as soon as you hit the right connect, then you can follow with the left again. Okay, sure, you're shutting down your your left hand from it, but you cannot keep getting hit like this. You see he's a little on his toes now from that punch.
Yeah.
You see, Gaethje?
If you're Gallard's corner, you yell at your fighter, just keep doing what you're doing, keep leading with that left jab, set up the big right.
And a 1-2.
Yeah.
If the one hits, why won't you throw a 1-2?
Boy, both these guys throwing some power punches. If any of these connect, it is lights out. That time, Gaethje, the right connects.
He's dizzy.
And the hands come down for Gallard. Gallard may be in trouble.
He's in trouble. He got the liver shot right hook. That set it up. That made him dizzy. You see still unsteady on his feet. Yeah, Gallard is, he should throw knees to the body now. I think he felt the body shot. There we go. And that right hook for shoulder landed.
Both men willing to stand and throw.
Imagine, wait for the spinning elbow. Because nobody does that against the fence. He says, I can do that too. A liver shot.
Great head movement coming from Melvin Gallard as Gaethje fires off the left, then the big overhand right. Misses, but that uppercut finds its spot and does the knee.
Good uppercut there from Gallard.
Gaethje momentarily possibly caught an inadvertent finger to the left eye, and that brings the fans alive, and now it brings Gaethje alive.
He should go for a takedown. Just a takedown and ground and pound. That's what I would do if I would say to him if I was his corner. Why would you take this risk? All slugging. Nice low kick. It's just that, you know, it's an ego thing right now. You know, some fighters say, okay, I can't take him down. Yes, I can, but I want to show everybody I can stand with him as well. I say, be smart about it.
You get to the point where you wonder if Gaethje's going to say, I've had enough of this boxing stuff. Let's get this thing to the ground and see who's got the better jiu-jitsu.
No, not even that. Take him down, be on top, just start throwing bombs from that position.
Remember, Gaethje, Division I All-American wrestler, Northern Colorado.
He needs to work. Both these guys getting tired. Nice high kick there. Then land full though.
Coming up on 90 seconds to go here in round 2. This one's scheduled for 3 in a catchweight bout. Justin Gaethje in the white trunks, Melvin Gallard in the black trunks. Combinations coming, and then a big kick from Gallard.
That's what he should have done earlier, I think.
Gaethje continues to come forward. .45 seconds to go, round 2.
It's a hard fight to call.
Yeah, this is tough. Boss, you just wonder which guy's going to have whatever left if this does go to the third and final round, and are one of those big punches, those haymakers, going to land. Wow.
What if it would have been 5 rounds?
Oh, my. Good combinations, and it looks like we will see a third and final round here in Tampa, Florida. This is World Series of Fighting 15 on NBCSN.
Last round. Last round.
I'm going for the head. Ready? No more rushing in and throwing bombs. Would you throw from the low? Bring it up. Okay? You got that? Can you hear me? All right, thank you. Shorter headshots.
Gaethje, when you see him sitting on that fence, get on his leg.
That was the sound coming from the corner of Justin Gaethje, the reigning champion in the lightweight division. This is a catchweight bout, and he has got his hands full, quite literally, with Melvin Gallard, who seems to be able to work that left-hand jab to almost perfection. And in the corner of Justin Gaethje, boss, they wanted to quit going for these home run hitting and bring those punches up.
Bring them up. Yep. That was Trevor Whitman talking there. Nice advice.
And in the interest of equal time, we check in with Joey Varner, who's able to listen in the corner of Melvin Gillard.
Melvin Gillard's corner is they seriously believe Justin Gaethje is gassed. They think he's tired. They think he's ready to break. And they think if Melvin can keep that jab in his face, a nice, stiff, fast jab, and snap his head back, he'll be able to create an opening for a big shot. And the big shot they really want to see from him that they think is open is that uppercut. They said land that stiff jab, look for that uppercut up the middle, and take his head off his shoulders.
We'll see if Melvin Gillard can execute that plan. He's still got 3 minutes and 50 seconds to deal with the champion who's got a bad attitude about this not being a title fight. Instead, it is a catchweight fight. All right, boss, if Melvin Gillard is somehow able to survive this third round, as Gaethje seems to have found an opportunity and an opening with those kicks and trying to take out that lead leg of Gillard, what do you do if Melvin Gillard wins in a catchweight fight and beats the champion? Because he doesn't get the belt.
He doesn't get the belt, but that may be still he needs to fight at least one time and try to fight at this weight.
And now Gillard in all kinds of problems because he has got a very sore lead left leg.
Yep.
So that's going to take away that effective jab. He's unable to step into it as much, and Gaethje's going to continue to work on it.
And Gaethje, this gives Gaethje wings. You know, now he smells the victory, and he will come even more forward now. That's smart, moving to that side, not to the other side. As soon as he moves to the other side, boom, low kick. Now, you should right away kick.
There it is. Melvin Gillard barely putting any weight on that left leg. He is in trouble, and now Gaethje can really tee off.
He should knee the leg now. 2.5 minutes, halfway down in the last round.
Boss, as much as Gillard is feeling that pain in that left leg right now, how bad is it going to be tomorrow morning?
Oh, the worst. Go online and look for the leg from Uriah Faber after the Aldo fight. Just look at that picture. You have no clue what you see. You just got to watch out now. Because this happened to Robbie Lawler and Melvin Manhoef. And Manhoef destroyed his leg, and then one punch knocked Manhoef out at the end of the third round. He cannot forget his defense now when he kicks. 2 minutes. He's got to keep chopping it or fake it and come with a straight punch, because that's almost the same movement as throwing the right low kick.
Amazing how lack of any ground game that we've seen here with Justin Gaethje being a Division I All-American wrestler, Melvin Gillard just being a great all-around mixed martial artist, and this has been pretty much a standing war.
There's that uppercut that the corner was asking for. Good job kneeing the leg. He needs to keep doing that, but do it with more power. Jump all the way to the side.
Gillard able to land a couple good uppercuts in that clinch. Wow.
Oh, man.
Gaethje able to catch there and then fires off a nice body shot.
Gonna suplex him.
A reach around kick. Gaethje, as we talked about, can strike from so many different angles. Very unconventional the way he throws unique strikes and elbows and knees. You said keep chopping. Well, the tree's about to come down.
Yeah, but 35 seconds. Can he chop it down?
Gillard just trying to hang on. Gaethje trying to end this thing. Wow. Oh, here's your final 10 seconds. Judges. Wow. We'll be back with the official decision when we return to Tampa. Next Saturday morning, the Premier League is on NBC and NBCSN. Two of the most successful clubs in Premier League history meet in London. Arsenal, Manchester United, next Saturday, 12:30 on NBC. Premier League coverage begins next Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern when Chelsea hosts West Brom on NBCSN. Backstage, Yushin Okami, the challenger of our main event. David Branch, the title holder in the middleweight division. That one's scheduled for 5 rounds. Before we get to that, we need to set it back inside the cage. Jazz Securo has the official decision between Justin Gaethje and Melvin Guillard.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of professional fighting, we will go to the judges' scorecards, and they have handed us a split decision. Judge Howard Reichbeck scores at 29-28 Guillard. Judge Barry Luxembourg scores at 29-28 for Gaethje. And Judge Michael Ross scores at 30-27 for your winner by split decision, Justin the Highlight Gaethje.
30-27. Wow. At the first round, I thought it was Guillard.
Split decision goes the way of Justin Gaethje. Not sure about the 30-27 on that third. Judge Boss, you didn't like the sound of that one.
No, I did not. I thought the first round, like you said, you know, he landed more punches. Gaethje was moving forward the whole time, which counted as well.
Let's take a look at the stats brought to us by CompuStrike. 193-101 in favor of Gaethje. Strikes landed 128-50. As you go down the line, power strikes landed. Guillard closes the gap 20-43. Kicks landed clearly in favor of Gaethje, especially in the third and final round. And there your power kicks landed in favor of the champion, Justin Gaethje.
Yeah, he won 2 and 3.
The main event is still to come. It will be David Branch and Yushin Okami when we return to Tampa, Florida, World Series of Fighting 15 on NBCSN. A night of champions here in Tampa, Florida. The next time we see you in December. World Series of Fighting 16 from Sacramento, California. It'll be a good one. Paul Harris taking on Fitch. Glenn versus Palmer, Boss. That should be terrific. Earlier, we spoke with the president of the World Series of Fighting, Ray Sefo.
You have the likes of Paul Harris versus John Fitch as the main event for December 13th in Sacramento. I mean, the houses in that arena or that area is just going to go off. I mean, it's where John Fitch is well known. He's well liked. He's one of the best fighters in the world. He's fighting the champion. So I've heard him say time and time again that this is what he wants. He wants to be champion. And so exciting, exciting night of fights.
That's coming up December 13th, World Series of Fighting 16 when we return to Tampa, World Series of Fighting 15, the main event on NBCSN. Back inside the Sun Dome on the campus of USF here in Tampa, Florida, World Series of Fighting 15 alongside Joey Varner, Boss Rutan. I'm Todd Harris. We'll get to Jazz Securo in a moment as we take a look at the tail of the tape here for this middleweight title bout scheduled for 5. Branch, 32 years of age, 6'1", weighted at 184. There you see his sizable reach advantage over Yushin Okami, who is 33 years of age. A 10-point must system is in effect. That's based on effective striking, grappling, aggression, and cage control. No knees or kicks to the head of a grounded opponent here at the World Series of Fighting. And now we send it inside the cage for the official introductions and Jazz Securo.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Sun Dome in Tampa, Florida, are you ready for your main event of the night? It's about to go down. Somebody make some noise! Brought to you by CraveOnline.com. 5 rounds for the World Series of Fighting Middleweight Championship of the World. And now, introducing on my left, his record, 30 victories versus 8 defeats. He is the challenger, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing 183 pounds, fighting out of Kanagawa, Japan, introducing Yushin Thunder Okami. And now, his opponent on my right, fighting out of the red corner, his record, 14 victories, 3 defeats, standing 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing 184 pounds, fighting out of Brooklyn, New York. He is the undisputed, reigning, defending World Series of Fighting middleweight champion of the world, presenting David Branch. Your referee is Andrew Glenn.
Here we go, guys. Here we go. Gentlemen, you got the rules in the dressing room. Are there any questions?
No.
Follow my instructions at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. If I tell you to stop, stop immediately. You understand? Mm-hmm. Touch them if you want. Step back.
And the lovely Emily Miller gets us started here on the main event of the night. This for the middleweight title belt of the World Series of Fighting. David Branch in the white trunks, Yushin Okami in the black with the blue trim.
All right, now let's see what's going to happen.
Boss, we didn't get a chance to get to your keys in this one, but how do you see this one shaking down? First of all, let's talk about Okami. What does he need to do to get the victory tonight and the belt?
Yeah, keep it on the feet, I think, is the best. You know, Branch is good on the ground as well. I don't think he can submit him. If he takes him to the ground, if he decides that, you know, be on top and ground and pound. And Okami, I would say, see if he can go for a takedown. Since, Branch. See if you go for takedown, and then the same deal there. Go for ground and pound. Since Okami never lost by way of submission, I don't see a submission coming. Now, that doesn't mean that if one dazes the other one with a punch, that there then will be a submission, of course.
Yushin Okami's record, 30-8, 10 knockouts, 5 submissions. Seriously, MMA veteran with heavy hands, ranked in the top 10 in this division for the last 8 years. Of course, he had 18 fights in the UFC, and he has wins over guys like Silva, Lomba, Marquardt, Belcher, and Munoz. So he has fought some of the very best in the world.
Yep.
On the other side, David Branch has an impressive record with 14-3, with 4 knockouts and 4 submissions. Enzo Gracie Academy Jiu-Jitsu out of Brooklyn, New York. A black belt in Jiu-Jitsu. Now remember, he defeated Jesse Taylor via that Darce, which gave him the title here at the World Series of Fighting. The question is, how long can he hold on to it with someone as talented and as skilled as Yushin Okami?
Okami is driving slowly but surely up against the fence, and he's just going to look for a kill. Oh, that's a nice punch. I like it because it's the top of the temple and it really messes with your equilibrium.
So Branch looking for some momentum early on here in this title bout, scheduled for 5 rounds.
And he looks good. He should throw right knee to the body, straight to the body from that position. Just use the hip flexor, no hip depth, just like that. And now more explosion. Just explode from 0 to 150. Flop!
Branch wary of those knees coming from Yushin Okami.
Yeah, Okami also, you know, like I said, he's a black belt in judo. There's a lot of throws in judo in Japan. So he's got to watch out. He's not going to be taken down suddenly with some hip toss. That he actually can do from this position if Branch makes one little mistake.
Also, these inside knees that Okami is trying to land, that Branch is checking up, really going to do that much damage to a guy like Branch, or are they more of a setup move, as you said, to get him to that judo or hip toss?
If you do it hard, yeah. If you do it hard with the kneecap and you make sure that you throw some power on it, they're worse than low kicks. Because you don't expect it from this position, so you can't flex your muscle as you can do with the low kicks. And if you can't flex, that's like abs. You know, you breathe in, you get hit, you go down. The same with the leg. If they're off balance.
There it is.
You see? That's a typical judo thing. There, inside leg.
So we'll see how the champ does from his back. David Branch trying to fend off Yushin Okami.
Doing the butterfly guard, which is good because Okami took him down. It means that he doesn't want to stand anyway. Normally, if you fight a striker, you don't want to do this, of course. He's going to stand up, right? Needs to get an underhook, preferably 2. Lift him a little bit on top of him, and then you can use the butterfly guard to reverse him. Then again, Okami has been in this situation many, many times. Both of them black belts, both of them different arts. Judo, jiu-jitsu, very close now.
Yep. Coming up on 1 minute to go here, round number 1. This one's scheduled for 5 in the middleweight division. David Branch on his back is your reigning champion. Yushin Okami is the challenger.
Last warning, you got to work here, guys.
Andrew Glenn, our official, looking on, imploring both fighters to pick up the pace a little bit as Okami takes this opportunity to posture up. With Branch having pretty good wrist control there until Okami breaks free and fires off a straight right.
Yep. That's not even his power hand. He's left-handed. Nice job here by David Branch.
And Branch gets the fight back to his feet. Coming up on the final 20 seconds here of round number 1.
Branch is looking great on his feet as well.
And we'll have the second round when we return to World Series of Fighting 15 here in Tampa. Back in Tampa, and this was the scene at the end of round 1. Boss, that is your stock variety low shot with the knee.
By the border.
Okami made mention of it to Andrew Glenn as we went to commercial break. Keep an eye on that as we start round number 2. World Series of Fighting 15 from Tampa, Florida. Todd Harris, Boss Root, Joey Varner, Chad Sakura with you. Middleweight title belt is on the line as we check in cage side with the aforementioned Joey Varner.
Thanks, Todd. I was in the corner of Dave Branch in between rounds, and his head coach, Jamal Patterson, said, first and foremost, avoid the clinch of Yushin Okami. That's where he's strongest. Secondly, he wants to see him play the in-and-out game. And what he means is come in a couple steps with a feint to draw a reaction out of Yushin Okami, and when you see the reaction, capitalize with straight punches down the middle. If you can implement that kind of game plan, you'll tattoo his face, you'll control the fight, you'll retain the title.
That's a good plan right there, Boss.
I like it a lot. You know, I say to my guys also, you know, throw a lazy strike on purpose. You see, so that counter right hook that Okami did, and capitalize on that. Throw a lazy punch, they counter, they think you're open, move out of the way, boom, come back with a counter.
There's that feint as Branch fakes in on the shot. Okami reacts to it, and Branch has such good quickness. I mean, you talk about him as an MMA artist. He's just an excellent athlete.
He looks great on his feet. Much better than I expected against Okami. Nice job. Okay, now let's see what happens. Comes, get great takedown defense.
That's good. That's good. No shit. 2-9-2. Come on, go to the bottom. Right here,
attacking at multiple levels. David Branch will take the kick up high, inside kick low. Does the same thing with his punches as Okami comes forward and fires off the big left.
Okami tries to shoot him here now. Does that mean he doesn't feel comfortable on the feet anymore?
Overhand right misses from David Branch. 2:20 to go in round 2. This one's scheduled for 5.
Nice jab, nice kick. Very nice. Yeah. Gonna kick.
Here the corner of David Branch are asking their fighter not to just stand in front of him and move, as Okami has certainly closed the distance down, and as Joey Varner reported, would love to get this thing up against the cage into the clinch.
And he's doing that the whole time. Nice job here, movement from David Branch. Move away right away from the cage.
Good exchange here now in the inside. Okami on the clinch.
Looking for that knee to the midsection.
Branch able to break out of there and fire off a couple of rib shots to Okami. Wow, nice straight right.
Beautiful. Nice left. Nice hook, long hook. Wow.
Branch coming forward with a nice combination.
Very nice. Well, Okami has been in the past KO before, so it is possible. He's just a man. That's what they say in Rocky. He's bleeding. You see?
Boss, looking back on tonight's card and the undercard, we have really expanded the World Series of Fighting with emphasis on world, as we have heard directions coming from corners in Spanish, Portuguese, English, Japanese, and a variety of other slangs.
Yeah.
Not to mention your Dutch.
Yes. Mixed in.
We will have the third round when we return to Tampa. Third round set to get underway here. World Series of Fighting 15 live from Tampa, Florida, and the Sundome. We're on the campus of the USF as we check in cage side and Joey Varner.
All right, Todd, I had the chance to get into the corner of Yushin Okami, and his corner's telling him, be careful of David Branch right now because he's looking for one big shot. That's when he's dangerous. But they said, Yushin, we want you to be more aggressive. Be aggressive with your clinch game, tie him up, bully him to the fence. You get him to the fence, you can drag him to the ground, and that's how you can win the round and win the belt.
And as always, I'll ask Boss Rutten, do you agree?
Yeah, it's good, but you know, Branch knows this. Every time his back hits the fence, he flips around. So it's very hard to get him against the fence. Obviously, he did his homework. Looked at Tim Boach, how he did, and that was exactly that kind of work. Branch should move. If he moves away to that side, that's right, away from the power hand there. Take down the fence.
Okami doing exactly what his corners are.
Yeah, but now you see,
and there it is.
Branch every time he does this.
Branch able to spin out. Now he's got Okami up against the cage. Here in the third round, we're scheduled for 5.
He should do that with the bone.
Let's work here, guys. Let's work.
Make it heavy. Just keep it going. Believe it or not, all those little things help because the muscle is relaxed again, you know?
Use your athleticism, Dave. There you go, Dave. Jab, pull, jab, jab. Jab, pull. No, there you go. Jab, pull right here.
Nice. Yeah, he's punching really
I
well.
was going to say, Branch has impressed me tonight. I knew he was an excellent athlete. We've seen him many times before, but his striking has been on point tonight.
Looks very sharp. Recently, he found out he had 2 brothers, and both of them boxers. So maybe he's been training with them a little bit as well.
David Branch coming out of Henzo Gracie Academy Jiu-Jitsu in Brooklyn, New York, his home. Just 32 years of age, has a record of 14-3. As we talked about earlier, just an excellent athlete. Black belt in Jiu-Jitsu, very well-rounded, but his striking game tonight that has really impressed us here cage side.
Yep, that old man just landed again. The left, now 2 lefts in a row landing. He's landing a lot of shots. Sure, they're not knockout punches, but he's landing, and he's waiting for that one. If he can land one of those, that could be cool.
Straight left, once again, finding his home on the face of Yushin Okami.
Well, we said it. Okami has 10 knockout victories. There we go already. That was a hard shot. So always watch out for that guy. Good fighter.
Under 2 minutes to go here in round number 3.
Don't reach, don't reach. 1, 2, 3.
I like his kicks too. He's, you know, even from that distance, and the opponent being in the southpaw position, normally you can't generate a lot of power, but he puts it out there.
If you're David Branch, do you even consider getting this fight to the ground and see how you can fare there, or are you just having so much success with the striking? Why bother?
Well, you know, training with guys like Gracie there, you know, I'm sure that he wants to test his skills there as well. That's why a few times he tried to take it to the ground. And I think once he's on top, And if he makes strikes in, ground and pound, go to submissions from there, you might get lucky. And what if you submit him? You submit a guy who never submitted in his life.
Do you think that Yushin Okami is as surprised as we are as the effectiveness of David Branch's striking tonight?
I'm pretty sure. Because Branch looks super good.
Every time Yushin Okami comes in to try to get it into the clinch, as Joey pointed out, his corner's asking him to do, Branch is able to utilize that excellent defense and sprawl, keep it on its feet, and he just spins out of the clinch of Okami and reverses it.
What you said, that's what I wanted to say. He sprawls and then he moves to the side, right? Very nice.
Coming up on the final 30 seconds of this championship bout, scheduled for 5 rounds. And David Branch has been effective, not overpowering, as Boss pointed out. Those punches aren't knockout worthy right now, but he has certainly been effective at the striking game here through 3 rounds of this one.
Yeah, he's throwing big bombs in between. And if one of those bombs is going to land, that could be the end. Okay, looks like we're going to another round.
We're going to go to the championship rounds 4 and 5 when we return to Tampa. So we have reached what the fighters call the championship rounds, rounds 4 and 5. Boss, we've talked earlier in the undercard about in a 3-round fight. Round 3 is it's all about the heart. What does round 4 and 5 tell you about your fighters?
That means they're both in shape. They both look great. Nobody's breathing heavy. We're going to see a fight. You know, this is every round, for me, I don't know how it feels to you, goes by fast.
Yep.
And that means it's an interesting round. You know that you can't make a mistake. Either of these guys can make a mistake. Look at this high kick every time he throws.
Still a lot of snap and sizzle on the punches and kicks of both fighters. Fitness not a problem. They have certainly done their homework and had great training camps leading up to this World Series of Fighting showdown here in Tampa, Florida. This is round 4, scheduled for 5.
Back kick again.
That Branch fades up high, goes in low. Keep the hands and the head very active.
Oh, man. Powerful kick, too.
This is like some Boss Rutan bad dance moves here.
He's looking great. Oh, again landed with her left. So the sweat's flying up her head. That's what he's looking for, the big left. He wants to land the big left. And Branch knows this.
Yushin Okami pawing with that lead right hand, trying to find an opening to land the left and possibly get Branch into a little bit of trouble, but give credit to the champ so far. He has stayed out of danger.
Nice left again on the chin every time.
Grabs a single. Can he make it stick?
That's the big question here. See how Okami gets out. Very nice. And pushes him away. Goes straight to the body, left it to the head. Oh, you see? That's the danger of Okami.
Yushin Okami, just a pure grinder. This is his 39th professional fight in the world of MMA. As we mentioned, he has 18 fights in UFC, ranked top 10 in the division for 8 years. Just a consistent grinder. Looked momentarily like he was going to have himself a takedown, but Branch does a great job defending it.
Branch should one time keep looking dead in his eye, and instead of the high kick, throw the kick to the body, the right, because it's wide open there. And if he thinks it's a high kick, he's going to block it. Nice one. Gotta watch out. Don't overcommit now. Take your shots. Take your shots. Nice.
Fighter scoring points there. Another one. Branch with that left.
Nice every time. Man. Just add a, make a 1-2 one time, you would say, right?
Yep. Under 2 minutes to go here in round number 4. Two very evenly matched matched fighters, Boss Root. You get the sense that we're going to probably see a 5th round and possibly take this one to the judges for a decision.
That kick you should throw back only to the spleen section with the right. Okami is deliver when he throws the left to the body.
Oh, Branch able to put Okami down, and now he goes for the mount. Can he finish him? And he does. That is it.
Whoa! Big victory!
David Branch in the 4th round able to sit down Yushin Okami. What a performance. Heavy hands, and they were quick. We will be back with the official decision. Plus, we'll see it all played out when we return to Tampa, Florida. David Branch retains his belt. Back in Tampa, Florida, at the conclusion of the championship bout, it is David Branch and his effective striking tonight that proves to be the end for Yushin Okami. A tremendous flurry in the 4th round when it looked like we were to go to the 5th and final round. And it's Branch that gets the victory by way of KO. For the official decision, we send it inside the cage, and Jazz Securo.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Andrew Glenn has seen enough to stop the fight at 3 minutes and 39 seconds of round number 4. Officially a technical knockout due to strikes. Your winner and still the World Series of Fighting middleweight champion of the world, David Branch.
David Branch getting the victory over Yushin Okami in a very competitive fight. Branch retains the belt in a very entertaining bout. Yushin Okami, though, a strong performance through those 4 rounds, but in the end, it was the striking of David Branch. So Okami's record goes to 30-9. David Branch goes to 15-3. That'll do it from Tampa, Florida. What a night of fights. World Series of Fighting 15 is now complete. We will see you next month. Sacramento, California. 2 belts will be on the line. So on behalf of Jazz Securo, Joey Varner, Boss Rutan, I'm Todd Harris. We thank you for watching the World Series of Fighting. We will see you next month in sunny California. Until then, good night, everybody, from Tampa, Florida.